I have one thing to add about this whole idea of the cost of hiring. Um, I mean, if we're good people, if there's 14, 16% inflation in 2 years, and that's a real thing, and we're all willing to say that you print $10 trillion, there's going to be inflation. So being the person in the mix that just simply says, I can't do this to my customers. You only have a few moments in time to do this to customers, and it is not 2 years from now. So if that makes sense, in other words, if you don't value your offering based on the value of the dollar today, and you're basing it on the value, I would just say to someone, well, if you're going to do that, if you're going, and this isn't me saying that there'll be impact, because if you don't sell on value and you just sell on price and you just raise your price and no one knows what value you provide, then they can go like, why'd you raise your price on me? Right? So it is true that in a moment of increasing prices, you got to be on your game, right? You really have to be on your game. But if we're about engaging high performing people in the work that we do, how good are we going to have it if they're coming to work each day and all the people in their circle have seen some relief in this inflationary environment? So this is what I would say to other business owners, which is, I can imagine someone saying, well, that's easy for you to say. How do you know it's easy for me to say? It's not easy. If you're going to spend $50,000 on an employee to join your team because that's the value proposition that you believe, and the market's saying that's 65 today, you're spending $15,000. You're already going to spend 50 grand. So it isn't an extra $65,000. That is so obvious to say to business owners, but the emotional challenge for someone who's been an employer is the dollar figure. And then if you take seasoned people, I have the conversation here. You know how much I made when I came on and I was a project manager, and then when I have to go like, okay, what was the value of a dollar in 2005? Right?
And I walked 4 miles to school. I ate dirt for lunch, and I was grateful.
Yeah. So part of that job I walk around. I'm the owner of the company. I'm not saying give people whatever they want, but don't live in a place, in a space where what you want to accomplish is impossible. And also understand that we are not huge employers. So that project manager that you bring on and you pay them 20% more than you thought the job was worth, I'll just give the math. If it's $60,000, it's entry level, I don't know what it is, and then 20% more is whatever, for $72,000. If they bag out of your organization in 90 days, you spent 15.